It shows you highlights of the opening night of the Chicago Film Festival last night, and the opening night A-lister who was there, Oscar nominee Edward Norton, debuting his brand new film Stone, in which he co-stars with Robert De Niro and Mila Jovovich. After a long night, Edward joining us from downtown Chicago this morning. Edward, good morning, my friend. Nice to have you with us again.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing very, very well. So how was your night in our town last night? Wild night? Stayed out all night partying?
No, just got a nice steak at Gibson's and, you know, did the Chicago thing. And, no, turned in early, but it was great. We had a great time. I think the Chicago Festival is a great festival.
Good, responsible guy on a school night because he had to get up early for interviews today.
Well, you know, you got to talk to you guys and can't be like...
That's right. You don't want to be dreary-eyed talking to guys like us. So we were outside the theater last night, you know, when the film was getting out, and so many people were commenting about this amazing chemistry that you have with Robert De Niro. As I told you on the red carpet, I called it an intense elegance. It's absolutely amazing, but I mean, that's all people were talking about coming out of the theater last night.
That's nice. I think, you know, definitely one of the appeals of it for me was it was these, you know, it's these very intense scenes, but just between two guys talking across a desk, scene after scene, and yet it's very intense and dramatic. So the opportunity to do that with him was too good to pass up.
What's it like when you're working with De Niro? I mean, this is not the first time that you've done it. I mean, is he a funny guy off screen? Is he, you know, kind of quiet?
He's quiet, but he's very warm. You know, I know him now, so I know his rhythms. He's not kind of, you know, he doesn't break out and then joke and then go back. He stays very focused, and you know, I admire the way he works enormously. He's just a great partner in working these things out. As you might imagine, I mean, we don't look at him the way we look at him because he's kind of your average actor. You know, he's very, very special. I learn something every time I work with him. Yeah,
you know, so many people were commenting last night. You know, you're back in Chicago. You shot Primal Fear here that came out in 1996. What do you think you've learned since the Primal Fear days as an actor, Edward?
Oh, a lot. You know, I mean, I feel like I learned something on every movie. I try to do movies that push me into different types of challenges and stuff, and so I try to pick up something on every film. That's one of the things I like about the job. You're always learning something. I mean, like on this one, you know, I can't think of anything that would have put me in a room interviewing inmates in a prison north of Detroit. Like that's a fascinating experience, you know.
Yeah, Stone opens in Chicago a week from today at theaters everywhere, and I'll give the full review then. But I really like this film, and as I said before, the chemistry between you guys definitely one of the main reasons that you want to see it. Edward, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for coming to Chicago, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thanks. I had a great time being here.
Appreciate it. Edward Norton's film Stone.
All right, thank you, Dean. We'll be back in a minute with more on news of the honey.